I'm back. I just got back from my walk. I came inside and turned my lights off, except for those, and just turned my brightness up, so if you can't see me, just turn it up a little bit, okay? I'm actually very dark, like my energy. Some people have talked smack about it, like this bitch one time. She was a coworker of mine. She was like, ever since she left, it's so much lighter in here, it's not so dark. I'm like, bitch, you're a fucking hater. No wonder my aura was dense and dark, according to you. It was shielding me from your fuckery. You don't get my light side if you talk shit about me or send me negativity. You're gonna get the fucking darkness. Sorry for my language, I get very, passionate about this, or maybe not passionate, but fiery, because it's like I have to defend my darkness, because not all darkness is bad. Now, in videos like this, about narcissism and predators and toxic relationships, you might hear me say something about this person having dark energy. That kind of darkness is bad. Malicious, malevolent, conniving, mean-spirited, all of that. The good side of darkness is like the witchy side, the mystery, the hidden knowledge, the hidden energies. Like, I'm very introverted. I spend a lot of time by myself. I'm very mysterious. I spend a lot of time in my inner world and in my dark feminine. And there's a lot of healing that can take place in the darkness, especially in the dark feminine, because the womb is dark. Everything that is born into this world comes from darkness, for the most part. So there's a lot of healing. It's like a cocoon that protects you, right? Yeah. Nikki can be dark, but she's not malicious. Anyway, I wanted to talk to you guys about narcissistic relationships, how we can heal and move forward past them, and spiritual and non-spiritual things that you can do to kind of make the process easier and make sure that you are getting back on track. I am a very strong empath. I always have been. I don't really like that word because I feel like everyone calls everyone a narcissist. Everyone calls themselves an empath. But I've always been very sensitive, very intuitive, very like a sponge, because I have a lot of water energy, and until I knew how to manage my own energy and really learned who I was and stuff, it kind of worked against me a little bit. But because of that, for a long time, I was a target for these types of people. So I have a good amount of experience in this, a lot of trial and error, a lot of prayers, a lot of ritual, a lot of healing have gone into me recovering from this crap and getting to a good place. And it's helped me, I'm not gonna lie. I've always done my best to transmute it. I've been doing inner work since I was like 12 or 11. I remember sitting in the dark in my room being a teenager, and I was seeing spirits at this time in the corner. I was finding a lot of darkness, a lot of malicious darkness, like a lot of teenagers do. And I just remember I could sit there for hours in the dark, like going in my brain thinking, okay, how can I be happy? What do I need to do? What am I doing wrong? And just ruminating, but trying to ruminate in a positive way. I've learned a lot over the years. So, first and foremost, you're going to need to cut contact. If you need to change your number, then do it. If you need to move, if you're able to, depending on the severity of the toxicity that we're talking about, and you have the means, move. Let your friends and family know what's going on. The reason I say that is because one thing that this type of person thrives off of is isolating you and keeping you quiet. I can tell you all that from experience. In the one relationship that I've been telling you guys about over the last week or two, I did not talk about it publicly because I just wanted to move on. I will never say who this person is because I am not going to lead anyone into his direction. Now, if they somehow come across him and get involved with him, there's nothing I can do. But I finally started using this good, trusty throat chakra of mine and talking about it. And the reason I didn't was because I just wanted to move on. And this person weaponized that against me. But they also try to isolate you from your friends and family. They probably have. If you've been with this person a good while, you've probably lost contact with some of your loved ones. Now is a great time to reconnect with them, assuming that these are healthy, loving, kind people towards you. Own up to your mistakes. Say, hey, I'm sorry, so-and-so that I was with blindsided me, that he isolated me, she isolated me. Can we please reconnect? I have decided to leave them, it's over, and I really need your support right now. That's all you have to say. And chances are, they've been through something like this, or they know someone that's been through something like this, so hopefully they'll have an open heart towards you. And tell them what's going on. If you have any fears for your safety or your livelihood, tell someone. If you don't have a support system and you feel it's necessary to tell the legal authorities, because let me tell you something. I don't know how this is in all counties or all states or anything, but I know some police departments and legal systems, they can basically put notes in the system. It's not a report, okay? It's not an official police report, but some jurisdictions will allow you to basically start creating a file so that there's a paper trail. So that if anything does happen, let's say this person breaks into your house and you're on the phone with 911, I'm assuming they can pull up your name and they will see those notes. This person told the department about the perpetrator on this date. The perpetrator called them from a false number on this date, and they can see the escalation of things. Okay? That way they actually take it seriously and they know what direction to go in. It's always better if it's easy for them to pinpoint who the perpetrator might be. So that's something that you can try to do. If you don't feel comfortable doing that, but you still want documentation, do what I've been doing. Make TikToks, make YouTube videos, sharing your story. Because it's something about this time that we're in that a lot of this is going on. Personally, I believe it's the downfall of the patriarchy and the rise of the divine feminine and just the war, the battle that is going on that the patriarchy and the toxic masculine are fighting for power when they are losing it. Because universal law, that pendulum, it's been on the male side too long. It's going to swing back. So, cut contact and start telling people. If you are going to be speaking online, unless you have documentation and stuff, do not say this person's name, because like I said earlier, you do not want to send people his way. Because as y'all have seen with the whole Wade Wilson dynamic, that man has so many female fans, it's disgusting. Even though he's in jail for unaliving 2 women, he's got like a whole female fan club that send him money, gifts, spend hours on the phone with him. What is wrong with these women? I'm not sure. I hope they get the help that they need. But my point is, don't send anyone this person's way. And if you start speaking about people, sometimes they will start purposely like bothering you even more, so that you get so fed up that you do say their name, and they can try to send you to court for defamation. Let me tell you something scary about the whole court thing. Okay. One reason that they might be doing that is to see you in person one last time. They can try to follow you home from the courtroom. They can try to hurt you outside of the courthouse. We're talking about a very sick-minded individual here. Okay, so you have to be very careful. If you need to go to court because you need a protection order or whatever, do what you have to do. But just be aware that this person might use that against you. Okay, but if it's there for a protection order, you know, I've seen a lot of times they won't even show up to court. I've gone to court with my friends before when they had to get a protection order against the guy, and he didn't even show up. So just be very mindful. Don't let these people bait you into a lawsuit, because they will. Exploiting the legal system is one of their favorite activities. I know that was very long-winded, but I'm really trying to give you guys a guideline for this because it's very serious. Be aware that they will start stalking your social media. Even if you block them, they will do everything they can to keep tabs on you. They will. One thing that I've been told, and I've seen online, I haven't tested out for myself, but it makes sense. If you have a public Instagram profile, and you're posting on your Instagram stories, and you scroll up, and you can see the viewers, a lot of times, you'll see a bot. It'll typically be a female account with a female name, very spicy in nature, like a lot of spicy pictures. There will be links to more spicy content. It looks like spam, right? But I've heard that what it actually is, it's some kind of app, website, or program that people will use, especially if you block them, to look at your story. So just be aware of that if you see that crap. I've also seen where these people, months before you'll break up, they will make a spam account or two and follow you. That way, if y'all ever lose contact, even if you make your stuff private, there's a little hidden account that looks perfectly normal that's following you is actually them. I know what you're thinking. Like, Come on, they're not going to go to that much trouble. Yes, they will. Yes, they will. Because you have to remember, we're talking about a narcissistic person. A person that equates themselves to God. And another content creator, I forget her name. She's a beautiful blonde lady that makes content about healing from narcissistic abuse. She said in one of her videos recently that narcissists are not going to go after nobodies. They're not going to go after pieces of crap. The reason that they pursued you in the first place is because they like a lot of things about you. So even if you're trying to cut this person off, they're obsessed with you because they want to be you. Believe it or not, no matter how much they try to tear you down, no matter how much they try to hurt you, it's like, if I was really a piece of shit, why would you be so obsessed with me? There you go. Be very careful and mindful of what you post. If you go on vacation, you can, take pictures of your vacation, take videos, whatever. Do not post that content, or if you're out of town or whatever, do not post that content until you are home. And this is just a general safety tip anyway, but that's telling people that you're not home. Or telling people where you are, especially if you put like your hotel that you're staying at and stuff. Girl, just take your little pictures and videos and memories and wait. Okay, that's for your safety. If you go out to eat with friends, or you go on a date, and you want to take pictures and videos and stuff, take the content and wait until you are home to post it. Do not post that picture when you and your girlfriends just got to that bar and y'all are on the first round of shots and you are at, I don't know, Taco Tuesday somewhere. Wait until you are home. These people turn into stalkers very quickly. Okay? The obvious security cameras, carry pepper spray. If you feel inclined and comfortable, learn how to shoot a pew-pew. Learn how to operate a pew-pew. I've seen mixed opinions about security systems. There's a lot of retired police officers online, especially on TikTok, that give a lot of practical safety advice for civilians. Start following them. Okay? I'm saying all this to help empower you and give you knowledge, not to scare you. Okay? Knowledge is power. Okay? Now we're gonna get into the spiritual aspect of things, because we've covered the mundane, because the spiritual stuff can only go so far if you are physically leaving yourself wide open for these people to target you. Spiritually, the first thing you want to do is some type of cleansing. I offer spiritual baths. I offer 3 different varieties. In each set, you're going to get 3 cleansing baths. So you can just get the set of cleansing baths and that's it. Or you can get the 3 cleansing baths and 3 protection baths, or 3 sweet baths. So those are the 3 options I offer, depending on what your needs are. I would recommend, if you're in this situation, to get the protection set. And then once things calm down, if you want to get the sweet baths, you can. But the narcissist and their little flying monkeys, when the breakup is fresh, they will be sending you a lot of negativity. Especially if they're a spiritual narcissist. what's going to happen is when you leave them, if your spirits and your guides, or even just your energy, was protecting them in some way and shielding them, all that's going to come off of them. So it's very likely that bad things will start happening to them. And they will start blaming you for all that misfortune. They'll say that you went to their enemies when you didn't. They'll say that you're sending witchcraft when you haven't. And whole time, it's them sitting there and sending shit at you. And you're probably, if you're reversing it back at them, they will still blame you for anything bad that happens. And then they'll get their little flying monkeys to send you negativity as well. Even if it's just gossip, these people are going to be all up in your grill. They will talk about you for weeks, months, years. Okay? Cleansing is very important when you're dealing with something like this. Because the more cleansed you are, the easier it's going to be for you to heal and move forward. If you need help with that, you can book a reading with me or consultation, and I will get you taken care of. I'm very good at cleansing. I'm very good at spiritual protection, because this is not my first rodeo, and I'll help you. Okay? Second thing, and I'm saying this in the order that I have found works best. Second thing is going to be cord cutting. Y'all have probably seen the cord cutting rituals online on YouTube, Instagram, TikTok. It's pretty straightforward, but why is this blurry? Oh my. It's very important because over time you build energetic cords with this person, and you just want to be back in your own energy. And the cord cutting is going to help you move forward. This is also very important if this person has done any type of amare, any type of love binding on you, or gotten some other practitioner to do it. If they're trying to wrap you and them together, obviously a cord cutting is going to help start to dissolve those cords. If you've been in a situation and you feel like you just can't leave, there might be a love binding on you. So if you need help, book a reading with me and we'll look into it. It's very possible. People will do amares on someone that they went on one date with. And then 9 months later, you're wondering why you, from day one, felt like you couldn't get away no matter how badly they treated you. Sometimes it's a binding. So cord cutting is very important so that you can start to free yourself. After that, you might need to throw work, baneful work, left-handed work, a curse, a hex, a jinx, however you want to word it. That's why cord cutting is important, because you don't want to still be connected to this person and then you throw work at them. Okay. I'm not going to get into the specifics of things. If you book a reading with me, I will explain to you why. But this is the order that I found works. Sometimes you need to balance things out. And if the situation is bad enough, technically, you don't even have to do a hex, a jinx, a curse, whatever. Sometimes a reversal and asking for justice against this person is enough to fuck them up. Because all you're doing is taking, and it's very cathartic, you're taking that negativity and that pain that they put you through and sending it back at them. Yep. Saying, you've hurt me enough. I don't want to be in pain anymore. Here you go. And it helps you to release that. And every single time that I've set it up that way. Because when I do that work, I'm not trying to trick the universe or anything. It's just, it's a reversal, but the way that it manifests comes off like a hex or a curse because this person was so mean. Do y'all see what I'm saying? But in reality, it's balancing things out. Every time I've done it, it works. And if you need someone else to do it, I will do it for you if my guides say that it's okay. I've done it many times for many women, and I'm pretty good at it. I've done it for myself, I'm pretty good at it. Because I'm calling on benevolent, high-vibrating, ancient forces and spirits with integrity and morals, and that ultimately want the best for humanity, but understand that justice needs to be served. I'm not calling on low-level, dirty, gross, trickster, malicious energies. And that's another reason why, when I do this type of work, it hits so hard. Because of the energies that are doing it. Okay? If you feel like your soul, your spirit is telling you that you want and need an apology, put that in there. Put it in your petition. I know that some people might say, like, not to do that because it reopens that door. But trust me, when they reach out to you apologizing, you don't have to respond. If they send that apology text to you from an unknown number, read it and block their number. Okay? I'm all for abusers and abusive people receiving what they have dished out for far too long. It is one of my favorite pastimes because I'm tired of this happening, especially to women. We have been oppressed and put down and disempowered and taken advantage of for far too long, and they deserve a good ass whooping. Now, going back to what I said about the cord cutting and why it's important to do that before you do any type of left-handed, dark, painful work. Because you have to make sure that you are good and done with this person. And you'll know in your soul. You might have tried to leave 21 other times, but something is different about that 22nd time. You'll feel it in your soul. If you don't feel that, and you try to throw work at them and you'll reconcile, sometimes, especially if it's very quickly after you threw work at them, it's going to rub off on you. Because they have a lot of negativity in their aura, you're getting close to them again. Even if you're the one that cast it, there you go. This is a lot of information. I hope y'all are taking notes. I'm just pouring everything into this video. After that, if you decide to do painful work, which you don't have to, but especially if this person has really tried to hurt you and harm you and wrong you and take advantage of you, I understand you might still love them, but while this breakup is still fresh, write down all the shitty things. All the shitty things that they did. You'll need that list, because as time goes by, naturally, our brain as a human being is going to create nostalgia. Like, it's going to try to only remember the good times from that time in our past and forget the bad. Because that's what our brain does to protect us, because we don't want to look back on a time in our life that was full of trauma and only remember the trauma. So our brain tries to like trick us into mostly remembering the good, especially with relationships. You need to have that list handy so that if and when this person reaches out, you can pull out that list and be reminded of all the shit that they did. Because you will forget. Especially if it was a lot of like little things that added up. Like maybe he didn't put hands on you, but he destroyed your makeup, or he keyed your car, or he hacked your computer. You know, just sick, petty things. Yeah. I don't want you to feel sorry for this person whatsoever. If they were abusive towards you, they deserve all the hell that they are going to catch. After that, you can start with your healing work. Okay. I'm very good at left-handed work, but I'm also very good at healing work. Especially for women. To kind of put our soul back together. Because I've said this before, this energy, this very malicious, toxic person, they don't just want to hurt your feelings or make you cry one time. They want to hurt your soul. They want to break your spirit. So, really pouring back into yourself is going to be important. You might need to reach out for help and get healing and help from an outside source. I've had to do that. Most of my relationships, I can do the cord cutting myself, I can do the reversal myself, and the healing myself, but one in particular, with my twin, I've told y'all about him before, the Brazilian, I had to outsource for that because it was just too heavy for me. I was in too much pain. I knew that energetically, I would not be able to wield my energy to bring me the healing that I needed, because it was so bogged down, if that makes sense. Because that relationship with my twin, it was a past life thing. I knew when I met him, because I remember telling him on the phone before we even saw each other in person, I'm like, I don't know what it is, but, because he was coming to get me that night, right? The feeling that I had was like, I missed him so much. You know that relief that you feel when you haven't seen someone in a long time, and you finally are in their presence, and it's like that relief that's like, oh my god, I miss them. Oh, finally. That's how I felt. Weirdest phenomenon of my life. But it was a very, very deep soul connection, past life thing. He fucked up in that lifetime too. He did. I remember thinking, you know what? This is why I broke things off with you in 1824. You piece of crap. And I don't know why. I guess God said, y'all aren't done. Let's try again. Because the universe loves us so much that they want to give us another chance, and another chance, and another chance. And sometimes one of y'all just can't get it right. And it hurts like a bitch. But I outsourced for that, got the healing that I needed, and I was able to move through it a lot quicker, and it doesn't hurt anymore. If I really sit there and think about it, I might cry a little. But, mm-mm. I'm not gonna say his name, but he knows who he is. See, y'all see how I get when I talk and think about this crap? Yeah. It's okay to ask for help. I still ask for help if I need it. Really take inventory of your life. If you have friends or mutual friends or something, because especially if we're talking about a male narcissist, their friends that they had before going into the connection with you, you can tell them until you're blue in the face what he did to you. They're not going to side with you. They're just not. But if you have friends that were yours or whatever, that still remain in contact with this person when they don't have to, like, it's not a family member that they have to see or a coworker or something, be mindful of that. Be mindful of that. Because it's like, how can you know all of the things that this person did to me and still hang out with them? And still go out to the bar with them and have drinks and have fun? Especially if you've shown this mutual friend or friend of yours proof of what this person did. Get that instigator, that bystander out of your life. Okay? Because they are not your friend. I would never. And unfortunately, there's some women that do this and will even go as far as going after that guy. And it's like, at that point, I'm not even gonna try to retaliate against you, because he's your karma. You go after my ex-boyfriend when you're supposed to be my friend, and he treated me like crap, you'll get yours through him. Women are weird. This was probably a very traumatizing relationship for you, so make sure that you have good people in your life. Get back to doing those hobbies that you used to enjoy. Get back to doing your Pilates or your yoga. Start pouring back into your business that you may have neglected because you were with this person. Your spirituality. A lot of times that falls off when we're in a relationship. Just start pouring back into yourself again. And find out ways that replenish your energy. Okay? I know this was a long video. I'll probably make more like this, but I just wanted to give you guys like a general outline, because I know a lot of women are going through this right now. It is eclipse season, so there's a lot of shakeups, a lot of different things happening, and I wanted you guys to have this. Okay? If you need a reading, click the link in my description and I will take care of you. Until then, take care of yourselves. Stay prayed up, stay strong, stay connected to spirit, and I'll see y'all later. Bye.